Bonjour everybody, welcome back to my studio. Today we're going to talk about where you should start when you are a color grading noob. And it's okay, we've all been there. I was a noob when I started out. I'm a lot more experienced today. Let's see where you should start, and we're going to make it as easy as possible for you. Let's dive in. So we are in the color page now, and I have 4 clips here in my strip. These 3 shots are from a Red camera, and this is from an A7S III Sony. So first, let's set our project setting properly, okay? Let's hit the cogwheel icon right there, and this tab is opening, okay? And let's go to color management. I am set in this way right now because this is how I usually work, but for more simplicity, we are going to load the Davinci YRGB color managed preset right there. And we see that the color processing mode is set to SDR. This is going to be perfect for when you're grading for YouTube, for social media, etc. You can keep it that way. It's the simplest approach out there, all right? Output color space, we're going to leave it as SDR Rec 709. That's perfect. Let's hit save. Well, nothing has happened to our footage, so we need to basically now tell Davinci Resolve which color space each of these clips actually is. I'm going to right click on the Sony clip, and I'm going to look for input color space. Then I'm going to go into Sony, and I'm going to select S-Gamut3 Cine S-Log3 because it's the color space of this shot. And all of a sudden you see that it was gray a second ago, so it was in log camera space, and it's been transformed to Rec 709, just like that, okay? Davinci Resolve color management is doing that for us, so you don't really need to look for a camera LUT or something like that. Davinci is taking care of you right there. How about now for my red shots? So I'm going to select the 3 of them, right click, and again, input color space, I'm going to look for red. Then I know that it is red wide gamut RGB log 3G10. And I'm going to load that, and again you see that my gray clips have been transformed to Rec 709. And guys, this is the crucial first step that you need to do. Sometimes I'm talking to filmmakers and they tell me that they are adding contrast to log footage, for example, and saturation in order to transform the log image into display, into Rec 709. And it's not the best way to go about it. There are simpler ways to do so, and this is the simplest out there, okay? I believe. So I encourage you to go through that workflow. So now, what should you do from there? Well, let's balance our footage because it's a little bit off, I think. So first, let's open our scopes right there. And I'm going to hit that icon. Let's select Parade here. So this is my red, green, and blue signal. In fact, by default, it should look like that. And this is my vector scope, all right? It's responsible for displaying how hue and saturation plot on that graph. And I can hit show 2 times zoom in order to show a little bit of a bigger trace. What can we do from there? So you are going to click on HDR right there. It's not because you are grading in HDR, it's because that tool set is the most efficient and simplest that Davinci Resolve is offering, okay? So let's look at it for a second. I'm going to focus on global right there, and it's going to be like changing the exposure in your camera. You see where it's written exp, and you have a slider right there. if I manipulate that slider, it's going to be as if I'm acting on it in camera. So maybe this shot is a little bit too bright. Okay, so I'm going to go minus. Let's go a little bit darker. That's before, that's after. All right, before, after. I can also see that it's a little bit magenta, and I can see that from the vector scope trace as well. Okay, it's confirming it. What you can do from there is focus on temp and tint. So temp, if you go right there, it's going to warm your image up. And if you go minus, in the minus direction, it's going to cool your image. Tint, it's going to go, if you go right, it's going to go magenta. And if you go left, it's going to go green. So let's only focus on these three controls. Let's go to tint and let's drag all the way to the left, just a little bit, in order to neutralize that magenta tint. Let's go before, after. All right, before, after. So our footage is now less bright and it's a bit greener, which makes it feel more neutral. Now let's go to that shot. And regarding exposure, maybe we can open it a little bit. All right, before, after. And again, it's leaning into that magenta quadrant right there. So I'm going to use my tint again. Let's go toward the green direction, which is opposite magenta. And let's, okay, just go towards the crosshair section of the vector scope right there. Okay, before, after, before, after. So I'm looking more neutral now. And I'm going to do that for all my shots. So same here, for example, I can decrease my exposure right there. So that's before, that's after. And I can inject a little bit of green as well to counter that magenta tint a little bit. Okay, so that is before, that is after. And let's say that I want to make my image warmer as well. Well, I'm going to go to temp and go to the right direction, and I'm going to inject some warmth into my image, just like that. Before, after. And it's going to be like changing my white balance in camera. Before, after. Let's go to this shot now. I can probably apply the grade from here, okay? So I'm going to, having this shot selected, right click on that shot and go apply grade. And you see that it's opened the exposure of my camera, and it's also countered for that magenta tint that I have as well in that shot. But now where should we go from there? So what you can do now to make it as simple as possible, let's say that I want to go on this shot. I want to grade that shot. I want to create a simple look. Well, I can perhaps create a node after that one, pressing Alt S, and I'm going to go to my RGB curves right there. Let's create an S curve with my RGB curve, okay? And this is going to look pretty nice on my footage. So I'm just going to go by eye and by feel. I just want to create an S curve that looks soft and gentle for my image. Okay, so that is before, that is after. So that is where we started from. That's where we are now. Okay, and in fact, I can label this node contrast, and I can hit Command C to copy it, create another node here, and paste it. Okay, and maybe I can refine that contrast on this shot, for example, and decrease it slightly. So that is before, that is after, okay? Let's borrow this contrast, let's paste it here, and yeah, it's looking pretty nice. So what should you do from there if you want to create a little bit of a look? Well, what I would advise you to do to keep it as simple as possible is to use your custom curves again. Let's stick with that, what we've just used for creating contrast. So let's create another node here. I feel like this shot could feel a little bit better if it were cooler. I'm going to go on my red curve. This is my white point, all right? If I drag the red curve in this direction, it's going to push red into my image. But if I drag it down, it's going to push cyan into my image. And I feel that it could suit my shot pretty well. So let's drag that control point down just a little bit. That is before, that is after, all right? Before, after. I feel like it's looking pretty good. If I want to create a more moody feel, I can go back to my contrast curve, hit that little chain icon, all right, so I can manipulate my RGB channels at the same time, and I can densify my shadows some more, all right, and create a more of a moody feel. I feel that this could look pretty good, right? So if I select the 3 nodes, that's before, that's after. Before, after. So guys, I encourage you to use that approach if you want to make grading as simple as possible. If you are starting out, I think this is going to make wonders, all right? So just use that. Use that workflow, your project settings, use the HDR tab, the global wheel, temp and tint for balancing your footage, use your scopes, all right, and then use your RGB curves. Don't look for LUTs or anything like that. Try and understand how this software is actually working, all right? It's going to be a lot more useful for you to understand how this thing works. So that's it for today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed that tutorial. If you are starting out in color grading, or if you just wanted a refresher, I think that can be useful for a lot of people out there. And yeah, leave a like, subscribe to the channel to not miss the future videos that I'm going to make. Leave a comment down below to let me know what you thought about it. Perhaps you want to suggest me to cover future topics down below. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Salut, prenez soin de vous.